With old companies coming out with new models every year and new companies popping up wherever you look, I think it's fair to say that this is one of the most exciting periods in automotive history. And as it turns out, the revolution is only just getting started, as there are some cars set to release in the next couple of years that will completely change the way you look at certain companies and certain cars. From cutting-edge electric vehicles to brand new twists on existing car tropes, here are 7 of the most exciting futuristic cars that the world will be introduced in the next coming years. GMC Hummer EV SUV. One of the most anticipated EVs to be announced in the past few years, the Hummer EV by GMC is not only a redesign of one of the world's most iconic vehicles for the new era, but it is an extremely impressive machine in its own right, with 4-wheel steering, incredibly impressive off-road capabilities, and all the ruggedness you'd expect from a Hummer. And with GMC's incredible work with their new Ultium batteries, we can expect the car to actually be a game changer in the world of plain old EVs as well, making it pretty important when it comes to off-road releases. Hyundai Ioniq 7. If you've been keeping up with the EV world outside of brands like Tesla, you have heard of Hyundai's name uttered more than a couple of times, and for good reason. The company has been one of the most innovative and has produced some of the best all-around EVs money can buy. And this year, they're set to release their biggest achievement yet, a full-size, 3-row SUV called the Ioniq 7. This will include features like a 350 kW rapid charge capability that will allow for 62 miles of range in just 5 minutes and an over 400-mile range to boot, all wrapped up in their iconic design. Porsche Macan EV. When Porsche came out with their Taycan a couple years ago, the cars made headlines because of its handling and technical achievements, and since then has continued to impress traditional sports car drivers and EV enthusiasts alike. And it looks like they are finally ready to bring that tech into the world of high-performance SUVs with the Macan, a sleek but powerful 5-seater that not only has the features of the Taycan, but builds upon them with even better tuned electrical technology, not to mention the off-road and 4WD capabilities from their other patrol-run SUV models. Ferrari Purosangue. Speaking of traditional racing brands coming out with SUVs, Ferrari has been one of the very few traditional companies that have not come out with a large 4WD model, while brands like Lamborghini, Rolls-Royce, Bentley, and yes, Porsche have dominated the high-end sports SUV segment. Well, no longer, because while this new car might not be a brand new EV or even a hybrid, with Ferrari's incredible naturally aspirated V12 producing over 712 brake horsepower under the hood, it is sure to be one of the most powerful and hair-raisingly fast SUVs to ever be made, not to mention one of the most beautiful cars to come out of the legendary brand. BMW i8M. Many of you will remember how futuristic the BMW i8 looked when it first came out, and since then, that car has inspired hundreds of other futuristic car designs and has been incredibly influential in modernizing sports cars. Well, it looks like BMW is ready to push the envelope on futuristic sports cars once again, with a proper successor to its original i8. Based on the incredible-looking BMW Vision M, this car is set to be BMW's first fully electric high-end sports car and will compete with things like the Tesla Roadster and Porsche Taycan. And while the details are still a little foggy, most people think that it will be a spiritual successor to the original BMW M1, one of the most incredible and legendary cars of its day. So, it's safe to say that most people are excited about this machine. Aston Martin Vanquish. While many people think of the Aston Martin as a luxury car brand for people who wear posh suits and drive gracefully, the company actually has a history of hardcore racing much longer than that, and ever since they started competing in Formula One once again, they've been combining their expertise in beautiful car making with high-end racing to develop one of the most striking and potentially revolutionary cars in supercar history. Built around a carbon fiber hull, shaped almost exactly like a race car, giving its driver a middle-seated position, the Vanquish, with its state-of-the-art hybrid powertrain that is directly inspired by one of the used in F1 cars, is going to be one of the most impressive cars to come out of any company, let alone one as impressive and prestigious as Aston Martin. Lamborghini Revuelto. It goes without saying that the Lamborghini is one of the most iconic car brands of all time, and while their recent model lineup with the Aventador and the Hurricane has been breaking records and impressing drivers for a long time now, most fans agree that it's time the company comes out with something new. And lo and behold, the company has finally announced its next generation of vehicles, starting with the Revoluto, and it's unlike any Lamborghini that has ever been made. Not only is the car going to be the most powerful ever, with a total output of over 1,000 horsepower, but it will also generate that from a hybrid system paired with the company's iconic mid-mountain V12. Add to that the incredibly futuristic design and the fact that the car has already been pre-sold for the next 2 years, and it's not hard to see how the Revoluto is the most anticipated car of the past few years. And that covers our list of the 7 new futuristic cars coming out in the following year. I hope you liked our picks, and if we missed any cars you would have liked to see, let us know in the comments down below. And well, on that note, we must end today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and if you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. With that, take care, and I'll see you guys next time.